Hello again, my name is Ben, here on the MOC Showcase. Here with me this time is something interesting. This is something I call the Stealth Mantis. Now, recently Halo Infinite came out, and I've really been enjoying it so far, and I decided last week that I decided to build something a little based on Halo, and I settled on doing something like a Mantis, because it kind of makes sense of the themes of my channel with mechs, and also it's one of my favorite vehicles from Halo. But I didn't want to just do a plain mantis because first off, the colors that I need for it, the olive green for the colors, I don't really have in abundance, and I wouldn't want to make it just plain light gray because that's kind of boring. So what I wanted to do was kind of like give my own take or like my own version of a mantis. And this isn't like directly a one-to-one recreation of one, but this is like taking some of the elements from a mantis and like giving it its own design. So this is what I like to call the Stealth Mantis, which, like, story-wise, I like to imagine focuses on, guess what, stealth, not relying more on its weapons, but just on reconnaissance and espionage. Using the antennas on the back of it here, it can send out messages, encoded messages, and all that stuff. And these weapons are only there as a last resort. But yeah, that's my own version of things. I wanted to do something a bit different while still sort of being kind of like a Halo Mantis. It might not exactly look like one, but I was inspired by it. But yeah, with all that being said, sizing person with a minifigure, here you go. It's quite a large figure overall, quite imposing. It's definitely a lot like in its bulk, especially in the head and cockpit area. It's definitely got quite the imposing figure. But with all that being said, you start right off with the construction, starting off with the feet. See, they're built on 2x2 bricks with the ball joint. You can see it there. Taking this off, you can see it's attached with a 2x4 plate, inverted slip on the back to give it stability, which this thing's pretty good because these feet are pretty large. In the front here, you can see a slope, and you can just see some bricks building out to the toe, which I decided to do them asymmetrically on one count, not having the right pieces, and also because I think it just gives it its own distinct look. But you can see one toe is longer than the other. Using some of these clip pieces upside down, so they aren't really noticeable. But on the sides of the torso, or on the sides of the feet, you can see I use some of these 1x2 plates with the 4 studs on the side, and then using 2x4 tiles in black to just give it some more smoothness and just more of that black color. Moving up to the lower leg, you can see the continuation of the ball joint, the socket joint here. For the rest of it, you can see the ratchet joint here is attached on two of the studs from the socket joint, and they're kept in place by this 1x2 brick with the grills to give it some like mechanical detail. Being held in place by one of these turntables. Apologies for my voice, I'm a little sick right now, but I'm trying to make it through this video. But yeah, turntable, trying to keep it in place, and also just giving it more of that detail. Mirrored on both sides, so not much to say there. The front here, you can see these 1x2 tiles or 1x2 jumper tiles. I wanted to go for an accent color and not make it plain black because I thought that'd look a bit boring. So I decided to go with a yellowish orange, which I didn't use often, and I just think it kind of really complements the build nicely. But really, any color plus black looks good together. Anyway, on top of it, you can see a T-slope, and you can see where the ratchet is continued. Let's see, there's some knee articulation. Now, the rest of the upper leg, see the side here, you can see more tiles, and then another 1x1 plate, or 1x1 tile with the yellowish orange. Back here, 2x2 round plate. You can see the ratchets are attached on top of each other, which is attached to the waist. The front here, this part's all attached on this part here. And you can just see it's a lot of buildup of plates and then slopes, giving that design, making it look larger than it actually is. As for the waist, you'll see it's attached on one of these ratchet joints with the sockets on both sides. One on this side, and you can't see it, but there's also one on this side. But you can see the main waist here, which is like very large and extends very far down. It's taken from the Mantis, and I just use a lot of slopes, or not slopes, but bricks to build it up. On the sides here, you'll see I use these collectible minifigure stands, just give it some of that coverage. It doesn't do it completely, but I don't think it needs to be completely covered. and getting some of the colors to bleed through gives it some more of that like simulated mechanical detail. But you can see there's that, and there's another 1x1 tile with the yellowish orange. The head is attached on a swivel, and then you can also look up and down, which gives it a wide range to, if need be, attack opponents. But it's also attached on one of these ratchet joints, so wide range of motion there. The bottom of the torso, you can see it's mostly just built on top of some plates, and then just some of these inverted hole pieces just all around it. See some red studs here. Because for the energy piece, I wanted to use trans red, which I've done before, but I just think it looks nice. As for the front of the torso, or of the cockpit, I have this 2x4 plate with a bit of a curve to it. And then behind it are some clips which attach these large side panels, which I will just open this up so you can see how they're attached. There's the torso. You'll see in here, you'll see the mixel ball joints, and they're attached on some 1x2 plates with the 2x2 studs on the side, which are giving these wing pieces with all the shells and armor on them their angle, so it could be at this right angle to give that right just look to it. But yeah, some on both sides, and then for the sides you'll see just some tiles, more of those 1x1 plates in the yellowish orange, just slopes, tiles, 2x4 tiles in black, and then there's just a black ingot piece. And then as for the front here, you can also see some more of these 1x3 yellowish orange pieces, a grill. There's a control console. I didn't really do too much in the interior because you don't really see it anyways. So my apologies there if I a little lazied out on that, my bad. You see there, you can just see where those are attached, and you'll see some translucent red grills. So for the top of it, you'll see it's just one of these large, like, sloping pieces, which is attached on a hinge. You'll see on top of it, there's some more tiles. Sides here, you'll see some extra force fingers trying to cover up the gaps. It doesn't look perfect, but I tried my best. Moving on to the back, this is where the arms are attached. I didn't do too much back here. As I previously mentioned, this like communications area, which is meant for sending long distance messaging and like encrypted data. It's about like their like reconnaissance data or whatever. And then on the back here, you'll see another armored shell, and then just another tile, the yellowish orange. On the back here, you'll also see just some more grill of these like grill bricks on the back, showing some like ventilation. As for the arms, you see they're attached down here with some more of these ratchet pieces, which give them some decent range. Move up and down. Now, as for their construction, I'm just using these ratchet pieces, the 2x2 bricks. And then for the bottom, you'll see the 2x3s, just tile or plates built together just to keep them secure. You see some of these just simple 2x4 tiles in black for the arms. And then for the other parts of the arms, you'll just see some more of these 1x2 plates with the 2x2 plates on the side, or studs on the side. And you'll just see some ingot pieces there. You'll see some of these like rounded or like diagonal type slopes with another tile in the yellowish orange, and on the bottom you'll just see some more slopes. The arms are attached with or the arm cannons are using 2x2 bricks with the ball joints and using some of these CCBS pieces to attach these like the spring-loaded launchers, which you know how those work. Just you know how they work. But yeah, I think how they're designed, they don't really fire off as easily. But yeah, on the front here, you'll see they're attached using some of these like launcher pieces with you, like you squeeze them down. But I'm using them like asymmetrically just to give it like different design. I wanted to go for more of like a railgun type look. But yeah, I just wanted to give it something interesting. I went symmetrical, but you know, mantises usually have asymmetrical weapons. Because this is kind of my own thing. But you know, with all that being said, that kind of wraps up the video. I hope you enjoyed it. I know this is a little different. I know it's been a while, so I apologize for that. I know it's not like entirely my own thing and not entirely a mantis. I just like it's weird middle ground. But I hope it was interesting and unique enough, and I hope you liked it. After this week, I'll be on Christmas break, so I'm hoping to have something built, hopefully something festive related. I don't know. But any of the stuff's not 100% confirmed, and you'll just have to wait and see, depending on how I'm feeling. But I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you stay tuned until next time. And with all that being said, goodbye.